You're probably wondering, what are we doing in the swamp? Well, I'll tell you. I'm going to share with you my first story, humorous story, to share with the kids that I guarantee they will love. This is a perfect story for grades 1st through 6th grade. The 1st graders may not quite understand it, but they're going to laugh. And the 6th graders, they're going to love it, but they probably just won't admit it. It's called The Story of the Big Mouth Frog. Now, if you've heard the story before, stick around because there is a moral that I use at the end of the story too. I actually heard this story when I was in like 2nd grade. My cousin, Rob Filio, shared it with me, and I laughed so hard I almost fell down the stairs. We were standing on some stairs when he told the story, and I almost fell down the stairs. So to this day, I still remember it. So I know the impact of this little story, this piece of humor, but I also know there's a great moral at the end of it too, so stick around. Anyway, here it is, the Big Mouth Frog. A long, long time ago, there was a frog by the name of Emma Lou. Emma Lou didn't know what to do. She was about to have a baby frog, but she didn't know what to feed her baby. So she decided to check out what other animals fed their babies. So she hopped off and ran into a cow, and she said, "Hello, Mrs. Cow, what do you feed your babies?" And the cow looked down at the frog and said, "Well, I feed my babies water and milk." "Very well, thank you." And the frog hopped off and ran into a dog. "Hello, Mrs. Dog, what do you feed your babies?" The dog said, "Well, I feed my babies milk and meat." "Very well, thank you." And she hopped off again. Pretty soon she ran into a bird. "Hello, Mrs. Bird, what do you feed your babies?" The bird looked at her for a moment and said, "Well, I feed my babies worms and insects." "Very well, thank you." And she hopped off again. Soon she came upon an alligator. She said, "Hello, Mrs. Alligator, what do you feed your babies?" The alligator looked at the Big Mouth Frog and with a little drool in the corner of its mouth said, "I feed my babies wide-mouthed frogs." "Very well, thank you." Da-da-da-ch. This joke gets kids howling, and it's mostly because of the acting you do in playing the part of the Big Mouth Frog and the big wide mouth, and you use they laugh. They find that hysterical. So if you use this, I guarantee you're going to have laughs. But here's the best part. At the end, you can use it as a moral. You could say the Big Mouth Frog was very interested in learning, and learning is a great thing. And one of the ways we learn is by asking other people questions so that we can learn. But here's the key. We need to know the people we talk to when we ask the questions. What I mean is we don't go up to strangers asking questions, do we? No. We need to know the people. In the case of the Big Mouth Frog, she shouldn't have asked a question of the alligator because it put her in danger. Same thing can be said for people too. It's good to ask questions, but make sure you know the people you ask the questions of. And that's our first episode for humor. Use this joke. I guarantee the kids will love it. And don't be afraid to ham it up. That's what it's all about. That's what makes humor funny. See you later.